So this is what we will do today. A little Viking as usual. Probably with two swords. We'll see. It's easier, symmetrical. Little Mjolnir necklace, you know, and lots of cuts in the hair. This is what I've been trying lately. It gives more personality to our little guys. So as usual, let's start with the lines. Your favorite block of wood. Pressing my fingers, putting the pencil in the middle. We will do the middle line on all the sides. We'll decide the back will be here. So we will join these lines at the top. Just a little arrow pointing here to say that it's the front. So at around, I guess, as usual, sorry for the noise, 1 inch, 1.5 inches, most likely 1.5 inches, something like this. Or in a centimeter. 3.2, 3 point something. As usual, as I forgot, my pieces are all the same. 3.25 inch by 1.25 and 1.25, or 3.5 centimeters, sorry, by 3.5 by 8. All right, so we've put our line at this distance. So I'm going all the way around for the face, and then the front is here at around 1 centimeter below. I will do a straight line, chip, that's for the beard. And in the back we'll do like maybe 1.5 centimeter. We want this guy to have long hair. I will do the same. Like so. Good. So for the swords, at around 1.5 maybe, we'll do a little chip, and then we'll do a diagonal linking these two lines together. And placing my fingers, I will put my pencil here, and then I will just rotate around and put a little chip here. So that's at the same height. Same with the diagonal. And then 1 centimeter above, around that, I do a little chip again on the other side. And then here it's up to you, probably 1.5 again, something like this. And then we'll link these things together. So the lines will not be parallel. This is expected. And from here, where those lines match, we'll do some sort of a 45, 30 something degree line here. Same thing on the other side. And then at a couple of millimeter difference up here, we'll do the same. And then we'll do one straight line of around 1 centimeter high for both arms. There we go. And then in the back, at around the same distance here, just do a 90 degree angle on both sides. And then this line here is not really important. We will use the knife to link these together. And this is the lines for a little guy. Now you get your favorite knife, and then we start cutting. So we start on the side. We will go and reach those, starting from where all the lines meet here, as you can see. And then we just remove all of that wood. Good. On the other side. And from here you look at the top to see if it's a bit symmetrical. You see this is way longer than this. So I would just try to readjust a bit. It's not really important because it would be rounded anyway. but that looks pretty fine. So then we go on the back, and then we remove chunks of wood. You basically want to have this diagonal, straight diagonal. Alright, and from here, if your knife is sharp enough, you can just remove one big block like that. Or you can go chip by chip if you feel like it. The wood will mostly splinter, which is okay, because after that you go like this and you just clean the thing. So then the back will be flat, like so. Okay? So from here, we will do V-cut on the shoulder, like here. Okay. Make this little edge on the side. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Like so. And then we will do the same thing on the front here. So, just for later, for the beard. So from here, we'll rotate the thing, and then we will remove the wood on both sides to flatten the side of the face. The V-cut serves as a stop cut. So go chip by chip, try to remove as much wood as you can to flatten the side. Do one until you feel like it's mostly flat. Then go on the other side and do the other. Then after that we will readjust. There we go. Then from here you look at the front, see if it's mostly symmetrical. It looks mostly symmetrical. Good. And then I will just do one swipe here, just because I like it, flatten the face a bit. So now we will do V-cuts to go with the side of the beard here, to align the shoulders and the front. So I just wiggle a little bit on a 45-degree angle, then I go back and then I pop the wood here and it creates this V-cut. Same thing on the other side, like so. Alright, and then on the back the line disappeared, so I can re-add the line here. So we'll do a V-cut. Remember, in a V-cut the line is in the middle. Go into 45-degree in one side, 45-degree in the other, and then you remove the wood. You can go a bit deeper here. And then we will do the same thing on the side to align the shoulders and the back of the hair. Good. That's where we are. So from here, I will just clean that up a bit, because I don't need these lines anymore. Okay. So from the front, we will do the chest, the swords, and the hands. So I put my pieces on the table, it's easier. Then I will just do a stop cut along the line on the arm here, and go following the sword. Same thing on the other side. And then following the sword here, joining both lines. Then I will do another step cut here, another step cut here. Okay, you can also do like this. I prefer to do it like this way here, because I know that it's straight. It's way less deeper, but I can deal with that. So from here we will remove the wood for the chest. So we will go in one motion. Try to not have the tip of your knife go in the arm as much as you can. So I go and I push with my thumb, and I do a little rotation to end the same parallel line that I have here. Then I just pop the wood here. If it does the little splinter, it's okay, because it means that your knife didn't went through, which is good. You can always readjust. I usually go for 2 or 3 to create depth. I can do another one, depending on how deep you go on each one of those. It's okay. As you can see, you see my knife went in a little bit, but we can fix that later. So from here I will switch my grip because I'm right-handed, and I will do the same thing on this side. Alright, another one. Then I will readjust here because that was a really ugly cut. Okay. Come on, Jeff. There we go. And from here I usually look if it's the same depth. Looks pretty similar. So I just had to do 2 on this side. And I will just remove the wood here. Be aware that there's 2 swords, so if you go into a weird angle you will cut the sword on the other end. So be careful. We'll just create some depth in the swords. Alright. Then another one from here. Good. From here we'll do a V-cut straight in the middle. Flatten the chest a bit. Alright. Now flatten for real. Okay. So it creates this little edge here. So what I do is I chip it away one side here, and I go on the other side. I do it here, little by little, to kind of remove that little bits of wood from here. Okay. Good. Swords are not looking great on the top here. It's okay for now. We will readjust that later. And we will clean the whole thing. Okay. And to the bottom here, we will remove wood. Like so. Okay. So I usually go with that distance. It's like a couple mil max. Pretty much the same as the top here. I will do the same thing on this side. A little bit more. Okay. Looking at the bottom, it's pretty symmetrical, which is what we want. So from here, we do the back. So how I do it is I put the blade on the same line as this, and then I do a stop cut while rotating the knife in the wood like this, all the way to where the line is for the arm here. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Like so. Okay. And then on the other side, same thing. Like so. It usually leads into both hands being symmetrical, which is what we want. So from here we'll remove all the wood below here. But you can use your favorite technique. Depending on the side, I chip it differently. Here I prefer to go towards myself like so. You could also go into do it this way if you want to. Whatever you're more comfortable with. Then I chip the wood. So we go all the way to where both cut meets. Alright, another one. There we go. So then from here, we'll do the same thing we've done on this side. And we will go in and one cut and remove. This will mostly do this, and it will create this ugliness in the wood. But this is okay. We will clean that up straight away. Okay. Like so. Good. Same thing on this side. On this side I will go that way, pushing all the way to where the line meet. Alright. Pop that wood here. And then I'll push and remove that. And you see it creates the ugliness here, which is fine. We'll just clean that up straight away. There we go. So from here I look below and I look at if it's symmetrical somehow. Let's see, this is straighter than this. So from here you can decide if it's fine, which I think it is, seriously, or readjust and remove more wood. But I genuinely think that I will go forward with that. Okay, so we got the blades, the arm, good. I will just clean that up a bit, like so. Now it's a beautiful cut. This side is pretty clean. Okay. Let's just do the swords. So this line here, we'll cut it straight and remove a little bit in an angle. And same thing on the other side. Like so. And this side too. The swords are a bit bigger than what I used to. It's more cartoonish, I guess, and it's easier with the lines to just match them together at the beginning instead of creating more lines with more measurements and yada yada yada. So I'm just cutting some little V's under and above to basically split those two faces. So when I paint, the paint doesn't bleed out into the sword from the handle, and so on and so forth. Alright. Good. Okay, so I will, in an angle, you can cut like so. Okay. This will do an angle for the blade. Same thing on this side. Okay, and then we'll do the same here, but I will push on the side instead in an angle. Alright, and then same thing here. Alright, it's a big angle, I like it. We'll do a straight cut in the front, like so. And then from here, I just do a little cut in the middle. And then I go in an angle, just a little bit on both sides. And it kind of separates the swords. You can do the same here at the top. Just to separate the swords a bit. Cool. And we just need an angle at the bottom here and then here. Good. So we have swords done. remove just a little bit on each side of the arm to remove the corners. Okay. So from there, we will do the hands. We will do the same line that we had here, basically. We will do a step cut and then go all the way here. Okay. Same thing on that side. And then go all the way here. Great. So we will cut from below a little bit in an angle, like so. Alright. On the sides. Same thing on the other end. Corner, and then in the back. Good. So right here, the back of the hand is a bit too big. If you look at your hand, the back is not big at the front. So I usually, just in an angle, remove part of it, like so. Okay. Same thing on this side. If it doesn't pop, you can just go in and move it and clean it a bit. Okay. It's not really good looking now. Good. Okay. So we have hands now with the shape. We will remove the corners on the arms. So in an angle, I remove just a little bit, like so. Okay. Same thing on this side. All right. Same thing on the back. And on this side too. Good. I will just clean my carving now, because it's the ugly texture from the Benza. That will be done. Same thing with the back of the hand. And this side. Right. Good. So let's add some fingers. I realized that my hands are really small, but we'll still do it. So instead of doing some V-cuts, it was breaking too much when I was doing that before. So what I do now is I just go in and I slide in with my knife. So that's one, and then I come in and I just remove it. And then two, and then I remove it. And then three. Especially this one, take your time because that's most likely to break. And I just do little cuts here just for the sake of it. And here we are, we have some fingers. Same thing on this side, so one. Really put as little strength as you can when you cut it. It's better to do a little wiggle back and forth than breaking your piece. I've done it so many times. And then a little cut for the fingers. So here it is. We have fingers on both sides. Good. So arms, fingers, swords. I'll just clean the front now. When you do that, be aware of your grain. You don't want to split too much. If it starts going up too much, just cut on the other end. Okay. Good. I will also clean the front since I'm here. Good. The grain is really gentle with me today, that's good. So the shoulders are really square right now. So I will just come on the side and round them up a bit. Good. Same thing on this side. There we go. You can round them as much as you want. It's up to you. Alright, it's better looking now. Okay, let's add some little detail now. We will, I think we'll have a little belt as usual with my guy. So there's still a little tidbits remaining here. So I will just continue that line all the way to the where all the line meets here. Same thing on the other end while doing a stop cut. And then I would just cut towards it. Just a little bit. And then that will do a little belt for a little guy in the front. Okay. I'll just flatten the part here because it's important for later. We need this front here to be flat to make the little Mjolnir Thor hammer necklace. So we will continue the belt in the back. So I usually go on with the lines that I already have. So the bottom of the belt will be where the hands are. So I will do a stop cut from both little corners to little corners. As straight as I can, please, Jeff. Okay. So that will be the bottom of the belt. And then at a couple mil above, I'll do another stop cut fashion right here. Okay. So I will do a little V cut around them. All around. Like so. Then at the top. There we go. Now we have a little belt in the back. Okay. So at a couple mil below, maybe half a centimeter, we will do a V cut. Like so. Okay. Do a couple of back and forth. I'll make this guy a little butt. Okay. And then all the wood will be removed here. Okay. I will just come back in with one. Good. So as you can see now, the guy has a little butt. So we'll make a stop cut in the middle. You can use your pencil if you want to. I just eyeball everything. Just make a little stop cut here under the butt that nobody sees, but it will help this part here normally be removed. Okay. In an angle again on this side. All right. From here I usually come back in and I clean. Okay, and then just to make him a little butt crack, I guess, just do a little corner angle cut here under it. Good. So you see, he has a little butt crack. And from here, I do both at the same time. I push don't put too much strength because you will just break the carving. So in an angle, I do a V cut like this and I come back. Just so. So it kind of creates some heels and that's good enough. I'm not doing boots anymore. I don't know, I'm lazy, I guess. To create more texture on the side, I do one V cut like this. I do the same thing on the other side. It's easier if you have a corner. Like here, I really cut that part flat before. So it's a bit harder to make one, but yeah, create some texture on the side of the pants, and then I will just remove a little triangle on both sides of the butt cheek to accentuate said butt cheek. Okay, so we got our back. As simple as that. Great, so now let's go with the face. So how do we do it with, if we go with this guy, for example, he has bangs on both sides and then a lot of hair, right? So we still need, the most important part is still the nose. So we will make a line at, that's probably 1 centimeter, 1.5. So that would be the eyebrows, okay? Somehow like this. So from here, stop cut, okay? Then we'll move a little bit on both sides, like so. For now. All right. So then everything here will be rounded, so we'll do that later, but let's say that the beard will be here, so we can draw a diagonal line from the eyebrows on both sides all the way to the bottom of the beard here, okay? And from here we'll come in an angle and do one cut and then remove that part. Alright. Same thing on this side. Remove that part. Here we go. So that's for the hair later. So now we can go with the face. In the middle, I'll make a stop cut for the nose. Because there's hair on both sides, I don't go with a big nose for these guys, because I don't have space for the eyes after. You can have a long nose like the one I'm doing right now, in fact. Maybe it's a bit too long even, so let's remove a little bit. And then I do a stop cut on each side. Okay. And then from here, I will just pop that wood. Good. Same thing on this side. Be careful with the cuts of the hair. You see here I'm cutting a little bit, but it's not too big of a problem. Okay. So I'll just remove corners of the nose. Like so. Okay. Clean that up a bit. Same thing on this side. Good. I'll remove corners in an angle. The nose will become thinner. Like so. Just clean that up a bit. Right now it's not looking good. Alright, okay, so we have the nose now. Okay, we'll do the eyes later. Okay, alright. So if we look at this guy, there's the forehead here, the nose, and then both the eyebrows, and then you have the hair on both sides. So we will basically continue these above here, like so. But first I will just do a stop cut. Be careful with this one, because it's really thin, right? So if you go too hard, you will just break the eyebrows. And then from here, I will just remove the wood really gently. Okay. I don't want to break the eyebrows, at least not yet. Okay. Good. And I'll just do a little angle cut around, like so. And then I will pop those. Good. So we have the forehead and the eyebrows. I will come in an angle here, and now I will break them because I know where I want to break them. Because we don't want to have an unibrow guy. Okay. There we go, like so. So from here, I'll start with the face. I just want to round the whole head, so I'm just going to, all the corners, remove chunks of wood. Okay. Always easier to cut from the corners. And as I always say in my videos, when you cut a corner, you create two corners for obvious cutting reason. So we'll just remove the wood all around. So you see here it's more rounded in the back than in the front. So we would remove a little bit more in the back. Okay. Something like this. Okay. So hoping your knife is sharp enough, we will go against the grain here. I think it's the best part. I love doing this. So good. Okay. Chopping the sides, rounding it a bit. Good. Okay. You should have a little flat place left, so I will just cut towards myself and wiggle from side to side and remove the top grain. Like so. Alright. So now the guy is rounded. Maybe a little bit more on the side. Good. Okay. Let's go back on the face now. I will flatten the front. And if you lose too much, you can just cut it back here. So we have the beard now. Okay. So in angles, we will do the cheek up, up, like so. So I go in and I do a V-cut from the corner of the nose. You can go back and forth a little bit if you want. That will create more depth. Or you can just do it once. That's up to you. Okay. Good. Then I do the same thing on this side. You can cut more in the corner here if you feel like it. That will create more depth on your cheek and it looks kind of good. Good. Same thing on this side. I'll do here. Great. Fixing it a bit. Good. So we have the cheeks now. The face. We'll finish with the eyes. So for the mouth, I will just clean the wood now because I have less to remove. Okay. For the mouth, I do a cut on both sides that is parallel to the cut I've done for the cheek. And then I remove the wood from below. Okay, do that a couple of times from both sides. like so. And I flatten that part. Then from here we can move a little bit more. I just want to fix the little middle here. Okay. So you see, there's the mustache, and then there's a little flat part here. So what I will do is, with the tip of my knife, I will go with a little half circle. Okay. I will show you after because you can't probably see that much here. Okay. So you see this cut that I've done here creates a lower lip, and then from here I would just remove wood on the side of it. It's a really small detail, but it kind of creates a little smarter lip that is kind of cool. Okay, as you can see here. All right, really small detail. Good. If you want, you can do little V-cuts on each side of the mustache to really separate said mustache from the rest of the beard. I was not doing that before. Now I do. I kind of like how it looks. Good. All right. So for the hair now, we will create waves. This guy has some bangs. I don't feel like I want to have bangs with this one. So we have the separation from the beard and the hair now, which is fine. So what I kind of feel important from what I tried is the waves need to go in either side if you want to. But you should follow the same wave motion, right? So we'll do the same thing here. You can do that with the V tool easily, I guess, but I only use a knife, and that's how I roll. So let's do that. I will do the same motion, so it will go from here all the way to the back there. And how do you do that is really simple. You do big cuts, like so. Okay, create big V cuts where you want, really. Okay, but it's cool if you can go from one to the other, but in between. So you see here, it creates these waves, right? And it's obviously way easier if you can cut in the corners. So I think I'll do a small one here. Alright. Cool. And a bigger one here. Let's do a big one there. Be careful when you carve at the top here with the grain. See here, it's kind of hard for my knife. You don't want to push too hard and then slip and cut yourself. Right, there we go. When you hear a little crack, you made it. Alright, more big cuts. Like so. And for this one I will not separate the hair and the neck, I think. I kind of like it that way. Let me fix that thing a bit. So you just keep on and you do waves. Let's have a big one here. Okay. So the thing that is kind of cool also is when you come at the bottom, my hair usually used to be really flat, but as you can see here, there's some difference in here. So I will probably create one, probably even there. Big cut. Alright, bang. Let's remove a big chunk of wood. There we go. So you see, just right, that creates more, I don't know, life in the haircut. Let's cut the big V here. Thing. There you go. Alright, creates a better look in the hair. More cuts here. Like I said, if you have a V tool, you can probably just use a V tool, but I don't use mine. I have some, I just don't use them. I prefer using just my knife. Alright, so here obviously we need to kind of merge that back, right? So I will do a couple of on this side. Maybe this one here. Like so. Good. And this side here. And what have I done with this guy? Yeah, it's pretty much like this. I'll do another one this side here. Alright, so we got a guy with nice hair. Like so. As you can see, big waves in the hair. Good. So last detail, we're pretty much done here. I'll fix the back here. I created a little not that good of an area here. All right, the necklace. So it's pretty simple. It's one, and it looks like an anchor basically, right? So like I said before, it's important to have the flat place here. So in an angle, I do one cut like this, and then in another angle I do one cut like that. Okay, and then from here I do another well, I will remove the wood from below first. It's really small detail, but it adds quite a lot. Okay, we'll flatten that part. From here I do a V cut. If I can, maybe I can go closer, but I will do another V cut in here, parallel, but not all the way to the middle. And then another V cut, I will show you. And then I will do the flat part here. Okay. So then I hope you can see the cuts, like so. Alright? So then, taking your time, you will remove the wood with the tippy toe of your knife from all the sides. Alright. Really gentle, because you don't want to break it. You could, if you've seen my priest, that's the Saxon priest video 2 weeks ago. I broke the cross, but you can fix it. So it kind of looks like that now. So it's a bit too big if you compare it to this guy. The bottom needs to be a little bit smaller. So what I do, I just remove the sides a bit. Little cuts, and then I just pop the side. Simple like that. And then from here I clean the cuts, because you probably made some lines. So really slowly I just remove all the lines I've done. And then from below I will flatten the chest a bit. And from here it's up to you. If you can look at both sides. So as you can see here, I have one side that is bigger than the other. It's really up to you. You can leave it like this, because nothing needs to be perfectly symmetrical. But if you want, then you can readjust one side to fit the other, which is pretty much what I will attempt to do right here. Just trying to fix one little cut. Okay, so this side is 1/2 mil bigger, I guess. Okay, then I will remove all the wood under it. Really make sure that okay. Good. It's a really small necklace, but it's there. See? It's there. So what I do, if you look at this guy, there's also the chain going around the neck, right? So what I do from here is a couple of V-cuts around. I do a stop cut, then I do in an angle. So I do it at the top first. Then after that I do another one below. I will show you after. It might not make sense right now. Okay, so if you see on this side, there's now, I had basically done 2 V-cuts along, and now it creates this little edge. So I do the same thing on the other side. Okay. And it really makes the whole necklace come to life. Okay, so last detail, we will do little V-cuts on the armpit. Okay. From the front and then in the back. Okay. Then I just usually do a little V-cut on each side of the arm. I don't know why, but I like it, so I do that. It creates more texture in the fabric, I guess. And then we need to finish with the usual signature triangle cut for the beard on each side. There it is. So one last thing, the eyes. So for this one, it would be pretty simple. because like this guy, the face is pretty thin compared to what I usually do. So we will just do one V-cut on both sides of the nose, like so, and at the same height. There we go. We have the eyes. So here it is. I think I didn't forget anything. Well, we could round the back of the hand here, I guess. That's a really, really last detail. Okay. Yeah. That's our little really hairy lion mane looking little Viking. I hope you enjoyed.